The Voyage of the August, presented by the Electric Light Collective. Being an account of the good ship August and her voyage from the docks at Boston to what fate befell her at sea. Episode 5, Riot.
Douglas crosses the ship and sits down at the little table in the midshipman's berth. The sound of cards shuffling and slapping on the table is heard as Cecil plays a solitaire game. A wicked storm out there. I'll deal you in, Jamie. How's that rib feeling?
Thank you, Mr. Laurence. It's still giving me a twinge, but the doctor said it's just cracked.
I'll drink to your health then. How went the watch?
Crew started tonight. Helmsman said that we're making good headway there.
Between you and me, the quicker we reach England, the better. With the captain or the lack of him.
I think it has something to do with Mr. Maddox.
No wonder. The first mate has a bloody great row with the captain, and the captain refuses to leave his quarters for a week. That doesn't bode well for their partnership, to say the least.
Yeah.
Something on your mind, Jamie. What troubles you?
I fear the trouble on the ship is my fault. Between Maddox and Captain Blackwall, that is.
Those two are going to come to blows no matter what happens. I could see that from the first. Men like that always do.
But
between you and me, the captain's not fit to make it on Montague's ships. He's the type of man who gets a taste of blood in the Navy and can never truly forget it. And his cruelty to you would make him hated, even in the service. He was discharged for that very reason.
Were you a Navy man, Mr. Laurence?
For a time. But the type of man the service requires was not a man I was willing to become. And you can call me Cecil, lad, when we're off watch.
Thank you, Miss Cecil.
Mr. Cecil is a good start.
The crew are talking, though, about the captain shutting himself away.
Were he another man, I'd fret, but Blackwall is at the mercy of the weather of his moods, as much as the August is to the whims of the sea.
Did you sail with him in the Navy?
No, but I knew of him by reputation then. When he was brought on by Montague, I sailed with him from England.
Some of the foremast jacks, the Navy ones, were saying Mr. Maddox had no right to question the captain.
In the Navy, they encourage a man to worship the boards the captain walks upon. On a merchant ship, a man is allowed to feel differently, so long as he can do his job.
But what did Mr. Maddox do that was insubordinance? He didn't disobey an order.
Insubordination can be whatever your captain wills, depending on how closely he reads the Articles of War. Mr. Maddox asked a question the captain didn't care for.
What do you mean, the Articles of War?
The Articles are the laws of the Navy. Merchants have no such thing, but I wager the captain has the Articles worn into the floorboards of his soul.
I see. Mr. Maddox seems to be a far more even-keeled sort of person.
I trust him a fair sight more than Blackwall, and I fancy most of the crew is of the same mind. Any man of sense would be. You'd best apply yourself to your cards as much as you do to worrying, or you'll never be a popular man.
Sorry, Mr. Cecil.
Pour us more of that bottle, and I'll deal you another hand. The wind sings softly through the rigging, and the sea is calm. How goes the watch, Mr. Teague? Spot any sharks?
Quiet seas, Cecil. She's calm tonight.
Maybe we could use another good blow. No man will be thinking about his loyalties when all that's between us and the blue hell are the timbers neath our feet.
Wait, do you see that? off the starboard bow.
What is it?
Look through the glass. I thought I saw a sail in the fog, right at the horizon.
Aye, there she is.
Her lines look French, but she doesn't look to be coming about after us.
Shall we beat to quarters?
Belay that. We have the weather gauge, and she looks to have shortened sail for the night. We'd know by now if she'd seen us.
Strange sails, though. We should inform the Mr. Maddox.
Wait a moment. I can't find her anymore. It looks like she's gone over the horizon.
Should I still?
All hands on deck! All hands!
We'd best attend. I don't like the look of Mr. Maddox. Hey there, Jamie.
Is there something wrong?
I don't know. I'm going to stand watch up by Maddox. Watch yourselves now.
Any further conversation is drowned out by the sound of footsteps and a growing clamour as more crew pour onto the deck to answer Maddox's call. The chaos is just short of that of pre-battle. Everyone is confused.
Miss Douglas, what's going on?
Miss Montague.
Go back to your cabin, miss. I'm not sure what's going on, but the deck's no place for a lady at a time like this.
But
Get below.
very well.
The wind whistles through the sails and rigging. Bodies shift on the deck, agitated but mostly quiet. A distant voice calls over the crowd.
All right, Mr. Maddox, get on with it.
Yeah, what's this about then?
The captain is dead. He was a tyrant, and he would see us all hanged for the smallest scruples. I killed him. And if we continue with the company and return to England, we'll all hang anyway.
Fucker, you sent us all to the gallows!
Not yet, I haven't. Our only recourse. Shut up, all of you! You've known me well. I trust all of you. You trust me. And you're all honest and good to a man.
Bollocks, just bollocks.
I know the captain didn't see that. Didn't see you the way that I did. He didn't see you sweat. He hasn't heard you sing the songs of our fathers and our fathers' fathers. He had no respect for the ways of the August, nor the men who crew her. And he was a lunatic. He wasn't fit to captain a dinghy. Pipe down, the lot of you!
You fucking pipe down. How are we meant to know if you're telling the truth?
Mr. Smith.
What fucking right did you have to kill the captain just because he didn't take a liking to you the way the rest of these common bastards did?
Mr. Smith!
What are we meant to do now? Just trust you won't see all of us hanged anyway?
I would not abandon this ship and this crew so easily, Mr. Smith. If death were to be our fate, I would go shoulder to shoulder with the lot of you until we swung.
You're just fucking put out you didn't make captain, and so you didn't Blackwall, you fucking liar. Prancing about with this fucking sodomite.
I will not argue with you. We must act. It may not be right nor fair, but if we are caught, we will all suffer for it, not just I. Have you ever known me to lead you false? I've set a course that will see us all free men, and damn the consequences, and damn our masters in England.
You speak of piracy.
Yes, I speak of piracy. We may be reviled, but at least we will not have to live under the tyranny of another man like Blackwall.
You're fucking insane. You fucking sodomite, you bastard.
The fucker tried to shoot Maddox!
I'll fucking kill you, Smith! Cecil yells wordlessly as he tackles Smith. Stuart Smith yells and falls to the deck. The gun clatters to wood. There's a grave and terrible crunch, and Smith screams for the last time before the sound is abruptly cut off. The squelching and dripping of the crew roars. Holy Mother of God!
We've gone and done it now, haven't we? Brothers in blood. A lot of us.
Sail